2 years of consistently making videos on YouTube. Now, sure, you could go down the rabbit hole, really get in the nook and cranny of things and say, oh, but he's kind of been making videos on and off since like 2020, which, yeah, sure I have. And under this channel, I was making videos back in 2021 and they were some kind of godforsaken gaming videos. However, if we are looking under the current name of Dingo Bro Log and how consistent I've been, it's officially been 2 years since I posted that first video with the raccoon hat on. Now that video was titled I Fell For It. If you haven't watched it, I highly suggest you go and check it out. It's really interesting seeing like how I was on camera then in comparison to now. Like, yeah, sure, there's not a massive difference in terms of like the way that my voice sounds. However, the way that I'm kind of talking and the way that I'm expressing myself is very different. And that is why I will always suggest to anyone out there that kind of has that like backstory thought in the back of their head thinking, oh, you know, I might start a YouTube channel one day, just do it. Like, genuinely, that is the exact reason why I started it. I kind of liked watching Most Critical's videos. I wanted to make videos under the same kind of idea, and I thought, hey, let's give it a shot. And now fast forward 2 years, I've officially obtained 7,000 subscribers, which I'm honestly extremely proud of. And yeah, sure, you get big names out there which have achieved it in short amounts of time. However, every single person on YouTube has their own kind of journey, and that is the one thing which I find so pleasant about making content. Like, two very different people could make the exact same video and they would have such different outcomes from those videos. It's such a unique journey. And after being on this platform for 2 years, would I suggest making content? Yes. Would I suggest doing it every day? No. Would I suggest doing it just for a bit of fun? Abso-freaking-lutely, dude. I mean, it really is so much fun not knowing where you're gonna end up in like a week's time. Like, I know I'm posting every day, so in a week's time I'm probably gonna have like 7 to 10 videos up on my channel. However, when I wake up every morning, most of the time I don't know what I'm going to be talking about on that day. Like today, for example, the reason why I'm even making this video is because I couldn't find any slop to talk about on Twitter, which I was kind of interested in, and then I realized, oh shoot, I'm actually past my due date for 2 years. And for anyone that has kind of been on this channel for a little while now, if you do decide to go and watch back at those videos from 2 years ago, I guarantee you right now, you will see a massive change in quality. I know my videos aren't the best, like I don't really put that much effort into them. It's kind of just like cut, fill that gap, put a cool image up, put a video in, and that's kind of it. There's no like cool subtitles or special effects, and that's because I just don't really like that style. It's not me. However, there are indefinitely ways to perfect that style, and although my videos aren't perfect yet, I'd like to say in comparison to when I first started 2 years ago, there's a very big difference. But there has been a couple times over the past year when I've gone back and watched my old videos, and genuinely, admittedly, they are a very hard watch. However, you have to go through that phase to actually be able to reach the point that you want to reach. Like right now, without a doubt in my mind, I will look back at this in 2 years time and think, oh my gosh, what was I doing? Or maybe I'll think, man, I kind of had stuff figured out. I was really on a good path. I genuinely don't know, and that's what I find so exciting about this. And now I am going to do something which pretty much everyone advises against doing, and that's showing off my personal analytics for the past 2 years. I think this will be a really great way to kind of show people like what you actually have to go through before you really want to achieve stuff. Like, YouTube really isn't a kind of game where you can just make 1 to 3 videos and then just be like, oh, I've blown up. If that does happen to you, you're probably really skilled at YouTube already, or you got extremely lucky, because in most circumstances the first kind of half of your like YouTube career, if you want to call it, is gonna look like this. Like, you can see for literally the very first year there was no movement whatsoever. I'd have the odd day where I'd have a video kind of do well, because obviously I was talking about kind of drama content, so it's guaranteed to do alright. However, other than that, that kind of first year genuinely looks like a dead person's heart monitor. It is completely flat. And then you can see just one day, things just clicked into place. Something happened, the video did well, and then before I knew it, things were starting to really pick up. So over the past 2 years, I've obtained 1.8 million views, which is like 900,000 views across both years if we really want to average it out. And I'm sure many of you are kind of speculating how much money I've made from YouTube as well. A total of 2,500 Great British pounds across the 2 years. If I'd spent this time working any deadbeat job paying me the absolute minimum wage, I would have made way more money. However, I still feel like making some sort of money on YouTube is a pretty cool achievement. I'm fairly happy with it. To be entirely honest, I made quite a large lump sum of that money back in like September to November of 2024. However, I feel like that shouldn't take any sort of credit away from it. Like, it's still very cool to make money. money online. I really do hope that someday I'll be able to look back at that chart and be able to say, oh man, I'm doing this every month now. Like, I was so happy with that being like the statistics for the 2 years, but now this is what I'm achieving every month, and then hopefully someday it'll be what I'm achieving every day. Who knows, maybe I'm getting too far ahead of myself, but I really don't plan on stopping doing this anytime soon. Like, I don't want to slow down, I don't want to quit. I know there's kind of been some dry streaks where maybe it looks like I've lost motivation, but I don't need motivation for this. I don't need to have my channel doing extremely well to keep on going, because I just love it. Like, there's no other way of putting it. I really do wish that everyone in life can find some sort of passion like this, the kind of passion where it's like, it doesn't matter how it's going, I'm just going to do it no matter what, because someday I want it to work out. I don't really know how to explain it, but this just feels like it's part of my life now. Like, there's not gonna be a single day that goes by where I'm not gonna think about YouTube in some sort of manner. If I want to set a goal for my guest 3rd year, I don't know, to be entirely honest. I mean, you never know what's going to happen with YouTube. That's the fun part about it. Like, you can say, okay, if we're looking at things statistically, by the time I'm in the 3rd year, I should have at least like 10 to 20k subs, but there's no way of knowing. Like, I could blow up and I could hit 1 million, or nothing could happen. My channel could die out and maybe I only hit 9k subs. Like, you genuinely don't know. But yeah, I just want to talk about this. Hopefully this is kind of encouraging to some people, knowing that perhaps you're in a position right now where you've been doing YouTube for 6 months consistently and nothing's happened. It's normal. Like, it's literally part of the journey. If anything happens during that time, you're very, very lucky. Like, you have no clue how lucky you are to have a video that's actually done kind of well and be able to get some sort of audience from it. And to those of you out there that's thinking about starting a channel, do it. Make content in some sort of way. Have a bit of fun with it. Don't get too caught up on the view count and the money and anything like that. It doesn't help. It doesn't get you anywhere. If you really want to have some sort of success in this kind of realm, just do out the love of the game. There should never be some sort of indication of like, oh, what the view is going to be like, how's this going to perform. Just do what you enjoy, and if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, at least you had fun doing it instead of like stressing out as if it's some sort of business. That's the worst thing you want to do, because in reality, if you do blow up, as they say, you want it to be from something that you enjoy, not something that kind of feels like a bit of an enduring thing where you're like, oh man, today I have to play Minecraft again. You don't want it to be like that. You want it to be like, yes man, today I get to do this and I get to maybe do this. You just want it to be that exciting thing that you genuinely love. And that is honestly the only advice I'd ever give to anyone thinking about starting a channel or that's doing a channel right now. Do what you enjoy. So yeah, that's about it. See ya.